The NBA playoff race is heating up with just 20 games to go. The Western Conference is tight with seeds 3 through 10 within a few games of each other, while seeds 3 through 7 in the East are very close. This last stretch of the season will determine who gets home court advantage in the first round, who actually makes the playoffs, and who misses out. I'm here with our NBA experts, Abenstein and Josh Toback, to preview this exciting playoff picture. So Josh, which Western Conference team is most at risk of slipping out of the playoff standings before the season's end?
I'm going to go with the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're currently 38-26. They've lost 2 very key games recently against the Jazz and the Trailblazers. And they have games against the Celtics, Warriors, Spurs, and Rockets within the next 2 weeks. This is a team that has a very...
They have a lot more lottery games coming up, though. They have games against the Knicks.
But this is in the next 2 weeks. The Thunder are 1 game behind them. The Thunder are 1 game behind the Timberwolves.
Okay, they're all the teams 4 through at least 8 are within a game or 2 apart. So...
But here's the thing about the Timberwolves. Those are 4 potentially straight losses that they could have. That is incredibly bad.
Okay,
in
they
a
have
situation
3
like
all-star
this.
caliber players right there.
But they just fell apart against the Jazz. 2 of their players got ejected.
That's because the Jazz have some pretty good players. They have tough defenders.
But they're losing their composure. This is not a team that's built for the playoffs right now.
I'm going to go with the Spurs for my team that's going to drop out of the playoffs.
You're going to talk against Greg Popovich?
Yes, because the Spurs early on were the 3 seed, easy behind the Rockets and the Warriors, but they just really started dropping off. Kawhi Leonard's clearly not coming back this season. There's a little rift between them.
They just said that he is possible of coming back in the near future. Here's the thing: they're 28-3. They're 23-8 at home.
They're
playing not
3 of their last
incredible
10 games,
compared.
Josh. They've been reeling really hard. LaMarcus got hurt, and they don't look like a playoff team.
Moving on from highs to lows, which middle-of-the-pack Eastern Conference team has the best chance of being the 4 seed?
I'm going to go with the Indiana Pacers. The race is obviously just as tight as it is out west, but the Indiana Pacers are young. They have a rising star.
So are the 76ers. Here's the thing.
But too young. The Sixers are way too young.
Not too young.
Ben
Simmons is a leading passer in the league. He throws 79 passes a game.
Leading passer in the league?
Excuse me? He throws the most. I'm not saying an assist. I'm saying he throws the most passes. And players like Covington and Embiid are benefiting from that. Both shoot 40% better from the three-point line when he's passing to them. They
40%
have great
better?
40% better, yes.
So you're telling me they can shoot 30% with Simmons off the floor, but then when Simmons
no,
passes,
I'm saying their three-point average is at 40% or better when Simmons is passing to them. And here's the thing. This team is young, but they're also working together. They're flowing very nicely. And
they are, but I just don't think they have enough shooting. This is a shooter's league. Ben Simmons is the worst three-point shooting guard in the league. He has taken 10 threes, and none of them have been normal threes, like that he's just shooting from at the arc. They're all full-court heaves.
But the 76ers are the leading rebounding team in the league, and if you rebound, you win games.
Okay, but in the playoffs, the pace slows down, and I just don't know how well they're going to be able to compete against the teams.
But this isn't about in the playoffs. We're talking about a team who gets to the playoffs, who could potentially get a higher seed, and the 76ers are playing great team ball right now.
Well, moving on to the end of the playoffs, if the Houston and Golden State make it to the Western Conference Finals, Josh, who would win the game?
I'm going with the Rockets. I'm going with the Rockets in 6.
What?
Now here's why. James Harden is the runaway MVP, and Chris Paul has been nothing short of fantastic since he's gotten there.
But you're saying
Curry just tweaked his ankle, and
the Golden State Warriors will not lose a series in 6 games. You're saying.
In 6, I'm not saying the Rockets are runaway favorites, but the Rockets are playing fantastic right now. The Rockets have won 15 games straight.
Okay, that's regular season. We saw the Miami Heat. The Heat won a championship that year, but that's also a different team. The Warriors have 4 superstars. Okay,
but there's crowding of the ball when that happes.
There is not crowding of the ball because they are the number 1 team in the league in passing. They average the most amount of assists per game. They have 3 superstars
Harden is
who could all lead
right now.
All 3 of those guys, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, and Steph Curry, that can lead the league in scoring on their own teams. They are together and they are willing to pass to each other. Yes, they're going to start ISOing a little bit in the playoffs because that's how the playoffs roll. But they're not locked in during the regular season. They won 73 games already.
But then they lost the finals that year.
They did because they're realizing the regular season isn't worth it.
Well, we're not talking about the finals.
Yeah, we're talking about
the regular season.
So you're saying that they're going to win the Warriors.
They're not going to sweep.
I agree. It won't be a sweep, obviously. I think it can go to 7 games, but I cannot see this Warriors team losing a series. They swept through the playoffs.
The Rockets have all the momentum in the world right now. I don't see why they can't.
The Rockets have great defenders and great players that
Harden's
can easily
playing
match
lockdown
up.
defense
They
compared to
can match
recent
up
years.
with the Warriors pretty well. But again, the Warriors they have a deep bench with great shooters around them, and they again 4 superstars. They're a top 5 offense and a top 5 defense. The Rockets are a top 5 offense, but they're not a top 5 defense. They might be top 10, top 15, but they are nowhere near the defensive level as the Warriors, and that will be the downfall of the Houston Rockets in the playoffs versus the Warriors.
But okay, the Warriors, I'm still not sure about them. They have not.
What
Like,
are you sure
the Rockets
about?
just played this outlasted an incredible Celtics team in prime time. The Rockets are proving that this is a different Rockets from last year.
This is a different Rockets
Yeah,
team.
I
They're
think-
good.
Well,
I
it's a
think they're
very
making a
different
good jump.
playoff scenario as well, but that's all we have for the NBA. But when we come back, our soccer experts will discuss the latest from the Premier League. Stick around.